Mrspagosan is the perfect golden apple winner because she exemplifies everything that's great about Catholic school educators. She's very committed to the faith and knows that it's not just about learning about God, it's experiencing God every day in our classrooms and having that encounter with Him, not only through each other, but through our teachers and our parents and our priests. She understands the commitment to serving all of God's children.
My faith helps me teach every day because what I'm trying to instill in our youngest learners is the essence of serving. You know, we're here, each of us, to serve. And my vocation is to serve these children, but it's my job to help them find their vocation. Who are they going to be serving in our community? And we're able to do that through Jesus' example of His service and His love.
She's been a blessing in our lives. She has gone above and beyond to teach her children love, empathy, compassion, to really connect the teachings of Jesus and the teachings of the Catholic Church, and to connect it to the students in a modern way so they understand what it means to help others, what it means to have forgiveness in their lives, and connect these lessons of reconciliation and of First Communion to their own world.
Congratulations. We love you so much, and we hope you have a nice day in the party.
I'll always remember that there was a very kind teacher in 5th grade.
Mr. Corrigan has a very positive energy, and now that we are in the end of the year, I can say it's endless. He also knows how to motivate the kids to work harder and as a team, and also he's a very good confidence booster. So I see my son is very happy here. He talks all the time about how funny Mr. Corrigan is.
He embodies Laudato Si. He brings to school every day the joy of the gospel. So Mr. Corrigan is probably the most fun teacher to be around. He has the most positive attitude and personality. He does have this deep personal faith, and he engages with his students, particularly about how their actions and their faith are connected together. So he's very good at helping students think through what would be the appropriate decision here, or how can they sort of reason in faith.
I try to make my classroom a place where they can learn and have fun and be treated kindly and treat their classmates kindly as well. It's so much fun and it's rewarding. Every day I leave feeling like I've made a difference, and every night I have the hope that the next day I can make a difference in my students and my colleagues, my family's lives.
Mr. Nash is an incredible teacher. He brings so much energy and positivity to the classroom, full of life, and makes learning fun for the kids. I was talking with my daughter this morning, and she said it's just so fun to be in his class, and so makes learning so much fun, and I think that's really what it's all about.
Jerry Nash stands tall, literally and figuratively. He is a giant in our school community. He has a self-depreciating style that bonds easily with the children, and yet he lifts them academically and spiritually. It's seamless and so transparent to the kids that they just think they're having a great time and have no idea how much they're learning.
I'll always remember in Mr. Nash's class the way he always makes everything enjoyable, and there's never a dull moment.
The greatest gift I hope I can give them is curiosity. A curiosity that goes beyond 5th grade, curiosity that goes beyond their education, on into life, to whatever vocation God calls them to. Teaching at a Catholic school offers a teacher the opportunity to share not just their love for teaching, their love for learning. It gives them an opportunity to very simply share their experience of God. When you have the opportunity to do that, it's humbling and inspiring.
She is a wonderful, wonderful teacher and a very faith-filled person. She's one of those individuals who comes to me often and says, "Father, what can I do for you? How can I help? What can I do for St. Peter's?" And she's always there. She's always there, and her children love her, the parents love her, and over the years, everybody who has encountered her has come to love her.
Mrs. Ransom, as you've heard, is a wonderful teacher, a wonderful person, and a faith-filled woman. Her instruction is always based on the needs of the students. She will find special ways to connect the content with something personal in the student. It might be animals, it might be cooking, it might be a game, it might be a song, but she takes the time to find special things that will make learning remembered by the children. She doesn't teach out of a textbook, she teaches out from her heart. She wants the children to learn and to grow, to be the fullest they can be.
I want my students to take away the joy of learning. Anyone can open a book, have them read it, take notes, and then you take a quiz. I would rather have them understand it from their own point of view and connect it to something that they live with, they do, their own lives, and then it stays with them.
You deserve this golden apple. You are so kind and wonderful, and I love having you as a teacher.
We thought this year was an awesome year with Mr. Hayes because Ava came home excited about school. She would talk about things they did in class, and it was a whole new found love for school. And it was a very nice thing at the end of the day when your kid comes home excited and ready to share about what they did during the day.
Mr. Hayes is a dedicated, compassionate, caring person. He will put the needs of others before his own, and he truly cares about the children he teaches. His faith life is active, and that allows him to share in very special ways God-given talents with the children.
Mr. Hayes doesn't teach like any other teacher. He has a special way, and it just makes everybody want to learn more. It's not like we're reading from a book. He has stories he tells to go with everything. So I just love the way he teaches in that style.
I just love sharing, passion of learning, sharing my knowledge, and saying it's okay to be passionate about learning and just to grow in learning. And even when teaching, I don't get stuck saying this is what I know, but probably the greatest thing is I can continue to learn and grow. My students teach me things as much as I teach them. And that's probably one of my favorite things about teaching, and I love about teaching.
Mr. Hayes, congratulations for sharing God's love to our family and to the kids of St. Mary's. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Mr. Hayes. I'm really happy about you winning the golden apple.
Ms. Parker is deserving of the Golden Apple Award because if you ask me, she typifies what a Catholic school teacher is. And that is someone who is not only a professional in terms of education, but just that little bit more of bringing your spiritual life and your belief in God into it, and being a person that says, you know what, I'm going to inspire the next generation or two, and I'm going to do it in a way that hopefully gets them to heaven.
She is a gift to all of us and to all of the students in her class, as well as their families. Carrie got married a few years into teaching and invited her class to take part. Then as time progressed and she had her beautiful daughters, It still amazes me that she asked to have them baptized during the school day so that the school and her students could be present and witness her faith. And for the children to get to see those babies welcomed in to our school and church community was spectacular.
This place is my home. It really, really is. I really put my heart and soul into, it's much more than a job, into my vocation. And I get excited every day about seeing my third graders, and I am so grateful for them every second of my life.
I'll never forget how Miss Parker was so kind to us and how helpful she is. Great job, Miss Parker. I think you deserve it because you're a wonderful teacher.
Miss Barrett has been a teacher at St. Mary the Mills for 34 years. She is a pillar. She works tireless hours. Her lesson plans are immaculate. And you can tell she doesn't give you the same thing every single year. She recreates. She has nuance. She's not afraid to jump out. She's not afraid to try new things. And she loves technology.
She does a lot of STEM activities with the children. She's a very hands-on teacher. And it's amazing to see them come in September, some of them not knowing all their letters, and to see them leave reading. Her patience, her gentleness with the children, her kindness to them is apparent in everything that she does.
I love St. Mary's and I love teaching in a Catholic school because I can help the youngest children develop in their faith. It's so rewarding to hear them talking about Jesus and God, and they want to be a saint and they want to follow Jesus. The number one message that I want them to leave with is to love one another. You know, that's Jesus's most important message, the most important thing that they can do here, now, and throughout their lives.
I love Mrs. Brandt because she makes me do good work. We do dances that are funny. We pray to God, we love God, God forgives us, and God loves all the people. Woo! Congratulations for winning the Golden Apple. You deserve it because you are the best teacher in the whole wide world.
The best teacher doesn't teach from a book. The best teacher teaches from her heart, and that's Russo. I've never heard her ever raise her voice. She's so patient with every one of her beloved children.
She has such a gentleness in the classroom. She meets them where they are, and she sets these high expectations but provides so much support for them. It's just really an honor and a privilege just watching that and to watch her fulfill her mission and her vocation to our kids.
I'd say that she really deserves it because of all of her hard work and how she taught us. She always makes it kind of like a game or an activity. She makes me want to learn how to be more Catholic and how to love God. And she never had a doubt about us. She always knew that we could learn.
The kids love her. It's phenomenal. It just, she's like a magnet, but she radiates the Christian values, Catholic values that we need so much in schools, but also the compassion and love that the Lord portrays in his gift of the church.
I love the kids. I mean, kids have an innocence about them. They definitely just have a very unique and special way of looking at life. You know, I'm going to educate them in all the academic areas, but the peace that they need through their life is God. To educate them in their faith. I mean, I think that's the most important piece about being a Catholic school teacher.
Grace is one of our outstanding teachers. She strives to make sure every student learns in her classroom, and that's not just learning about the academics of reading and math, but she makes sure she grows them in their spiritual development as well. She does a lot of hard work to get them ready to be prepared for their first communion and first reconciliation in 2nd grade. She consistently helps with things in the parish.
Grace is deserving of this award because of her faithfulness, her dedication, and her hard work. She lived the mission for Catholic education by sharing the faith to our children, and also by the way she lived.
Grace brings Jesus to everybody every day. In her actions, in her words, she shows nothing but love. Mrs. Chingari is a fabulous educator. She knows how to meet the children where they are and bring them to the next level. She teaches them through engaging activities, songs, dances.
There's a lot of joy in our school. I think because we get to celebrate the Mass and talk about God, how could there not be joy in what we do? We spend a lot of time singing and dancing in my classroom and keeping our energy up because we're so little. And so I think that just is a constant joy. I don't ever go home without a good, fun story. And I think that that's the blessing of my job.
She does fun stuff with us. She helps us when we have trouble. Thank you for the stuff that you do for us.
I'm really proud of you, Mrs. Dirk, and I knew you would win because you're an amazing teacher. She teaches us a lot about Jesus in religion class, and when we're learning about something that we don't understand, she puts it in different forms to understand it.
Extremely dedicated, not only just her own lesson preparation, but this Destination Imagination team has grown from 1 team to 6, and multiple state champions now, and we've gone to globals. She's dedicated to making every child reach their potential, and it does. That's why she's here late and early in the off hours, trying to prep individual lesson plans for those kids and making it happen.
I hope that I prepared them well to move on, because that's my ultimate thing. I would love to always have them, but I know that they have to have my foundation to move on. I hope they take the religious foundations that we continue to build on and grow and take it out with them wherever they go. I have the ability to take my class as a community and a family, and we can live our faith by learning about it, but also by modeling it.
Mrs. Durkin, congratulations. We are so proud of you. We couldn't think of anybody more deserving than you. You have helped our family immensely, and we're so looking forward to the rest of the girls having you.
Well, I love the way how Miss Meyer, she doesn't just teach in a normal, straight from the textbook, no. She goes out of her way and she uses her own creative personality, and she blends that in to make the learning interesting. And I'm very proud that I would see Miss Meyer during recess. When I didn't understand something, she would take her patience and her time to help me.
To have Miss Meyer so committed for her whole life to the vocation to be a teacher. That is making a great difference in the life of our children and in the life of the school, that commitment, giving even more of what perhaps it is expected of a person.
I know how much I give to the school, but when I leave at the end of the day, I feel like I've received more than I've given, which prompts me to want to give even more the next day. It's just very validating and affirming that truly this is a place I'm called to be. I have to do something. Children should not be defined by circumstance. So we have to meet them where they are. We have to give them the potential and a plan of how to be successful.
Ms. Meyer, I want to thank you for answering the call to be a teacher, for being true and dedicated to the vocation of a teacher, and to being a master teacher, for being a lifelong learner, for being a person that cares about others, for being an example to our young people, our girls and our boys, for teaching them and reminding them that it's okay to say please and thank you, and that good old-fashioned manners will never go out of style, that will set them apart. Thank you for preparing our young people for high school. I'm excited that the high schools that will receive our students have been taught by you. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Ms. Meyer, for you just being you.